Welcome back to this channel, guys. A week has passed and the 714 method was actually good to us again. So let's analyze it and see what we actually did right and what we did wrong, and most of the things that we can adjust so that this following week we can try our best and use it and maximize our accounts, right? So let's dive into it. On Monday, we were in a very nice downtrend. And when we are in a downtrend, we expect to see a very nice uptrend after that, right? That is our expectations. Now, where do you enter into the trade from here? Now, when you look at this, most of you guys would have been worried, or you wouldn't have understood where the entry point would have been. So if you're finding it difficult to enter, just go to a bigger time frame, right? A very simple thing. Just go to a bigger time frame. When we went to a bigger time frame, you could actually see that there was a very nice fair value gap right here. So when you look at it right here, there was a very nice fair value gap, right? Now, this fair value gap is our entry. That's where we should enter into the trade. Anywhere inside this fair value gap, just make sure that your stop loss should be outside the fair value gap, because fair value gaps are what scary places. Price can push into this fair value gap, even come out to this level, right? Then close right back up or close right back in, respecting the fair value gap. So you should have entered into this trade using this fair value gap, right? So if I was going to enter into the trade, how would I have done it? So I would have just used the middle point of the fair value gap. So let me bring out the middle point of it. So I would have used the middle point of the fair value gap, right? Simple as that. So this should have been your entry, the middle point of the fair value gap. That's how I enter into trades. If you want, you can enter into the trade around this level, or you could equally enter into the trade around this level. I believe that a 50% level of the fair value gap, that's the middle point, is a place that the price will likely move towards the upward side again, right? So this should have been your entry, a very nice entry, with this as your first TP. So your first TP could have been here. This should have been your first TP right here, this high first TP. Then you put your second TP either here or this high right here, right? So this could have been your second TP or this. So that's just how the trade should have went. Now let's see what happened. So by the looks of it, you see that my trade was taken. Those of you guys who have kept your trade here too, it would have been taken. That's the lowest part of the fair value gap. And those who had kept their trades up here, it would have been taken as well, right? So pretty much simple, and our first TP could have been hit. So when that is done, then you pull your stop loss to what? Break even. Simple as that. So when you actually see, you realize that price came all the way down, then hit our stop loss, right? So indirectly we were in a profit right here, but the second trade was a break-even trade. So simple as that. We actually made something from the 714 method using it, but with so simple as that, we actually make something from the 714 method using it, but with this right here, this fair value gap right here, if the downtrend did not respect this fair value gap, you should have gone out of the trade, right? Pretty much simple as that. You should have gone out of the trade. So let's look at Tuesday and see what happened. So same as Monday, Tuesday we were in a very nice downtrend as well. We're in a very nice downtrend. So we're expecting to go up, right? Now with this, you've already done it on Monday. You just repeat the same thing. If you are finding it very hard to find your entry right here, you go to your higher time frame. When you go to your higher time frame, there was a fair value gap right here. Then you use that fair value gap as your entry. As you can see, a very nice fair value gap up here. Simple as that. So you should have used this fair value gap right here as your entry. So because price has already tested it once, if price is coming to test it again, Now you can see the buying pressure in this, right? So if price comes back again, even if it tests this upward part of the fair value gap, we are doing what? We are entering into the trade. Simple as that. We are not waiting any longer. So pretty much simple. This should have been your setup. I've told you, always put your stop loss below fair value gap. Don't put it inside or just at the midpoint of the fair value gap, right? So this right here could have been our first TP. And we'll double our second TP, right? So if this is our first TP, this right here could have been our second TP, right? You just double your first TP, then you get your second TP. Simple as that. So this right here should have been your entry or your setup on what? Tuesday, right? This right here should have been your entry or your setup on Tuesday. So let's see what happened. So price could have come back, then picked your trade. Now a lot of people are confused as to why we did not enter into trades here first, right? Normally you always have to wait for a good setup. This right here is a good setup. This that you were entering, it could actually reverse any moment, just like this. Most of people would have been lucky that it reached this first TP, but it could have just stopped here, then reversed all the way back here, right? But because a lot of people, their orders were here, price can just go up without picking those orders. And you are lucky you are part of them. So price will actually come back, pick your order, then move up, right? So let's see what happened after that. So as you can see, very nice and very simple. Your first TP would have been hit pretty much easy, right? You can see the amount of pressure that the amount of buying pressure that was in. So your first TP could have been hit. And when you look further, your second TP could have been hit as well, right? Pretty much simple. And probably price would have even moved a little much more higher than that. You can see price was actually moving much more higher. So good setups are very nice, right? When you wait for good setups, they are very nice. Someone would have just gotten this and think that's all. Their second TP would have been hit. But because you waited for a nice setup, your first TP could have been hit, your second TP could have been hit. And look at the amount, just look at it. You have been losing just a little much smaller amount, right? So that was it on Tuesday. Let's go to Wednesday and see what happened. So on Wednesday, we were pretty much in an uptrend during the 714 method. We're in a very nice uptrend, right? So we are looking forward to seeing a very nice downtrend after this move. Pretty much simple. So Wednesday was actually very different. Frankly speaking, it was pretty much very different. This was my setup. So let me tell you what my setup was. So on Wednesday, this was my setup right here. So this was my entry point. My first TP was here. My second TP was here. This was actually my setup. And if you had traded the 714 method on Wednesday, you would have realized that I got stopped out, right? So on Wednesday, this was my setup, but I actually got stopped out. Pretty much simple. I actually got stopped out. As you can see, this was my setup, but I got stopped out. And because I knew we were still expecting a downtrend, so I wasn't going to lose, right? I knew we were still expecting a downtrend. Well, the whole concept about the 714 method is not just that you are going to see a very nice uptrend immediately after the 714 method finishes. No, but is that you should expect a different move after this method finishes, right? So despite it still going up, that method, that move is still hanging on. We are still hanging on that move. So I was just waiting, right? I was just waiting to see a very nice entry. At this moment, I wasn't going to enter using this again, right? I was going to enter using a what? A change of character. So that was just what I was waiting for. So first of all, you have to mark your level. This was our last high right here. So when you look at this, we went up, we came down, we went up to this level. So this right here, we hit this, right? So this right here was our last high. So this was my entry point. If price moved to this level and take out this level right here, I'll be entering into this trade. So this was my entry point. So after I got stopped out, this was my next entry point because price moved all the way up, closed above this, making this our new high, and this was our new low. So when this new low is what's broken through, I'm entering into the trade around that level, right, with my first TP and my second TP. So after I got stopped out, that was what happened. This was what I was waiting for. So let's see what happened. So just within some minutes, it wasn't that long, right? It wasn't that long. Price actually came all the way down, then took this trade. Price came all the way down and took this trade. We came all the way down, picked my first TP, simple as that. We traced back to my entry. Then we came all the way down again. I actually closed the trade after I saw a change of character right here. That was when I closed the trade. So that was what happens. This is just to tell you that when you fall, you don't just stay down. You try your best and get up, right? That's just the simplest way to explain this. So on Wednesday, that's what happened. I actually got stopped out on the first two trades actually, because I always take two trades. I got stopped out about $2,000 or something like that. Yeah, because I enter in a very big slot, a very big lot size, right? So I got stopped out, but I actually got this right, and it was about somewhere 4,000 or yeah, it was about somewhere 4,000 each trade or something like that. Yeah, so that was just it on Wednesday. Let's move to Thursday and see what happened. So on Thursday was pretty much simple. We're in a very nice downtrend during the 714 method. We're in a very nice downtrend, right? So we're looking to be in a very nice uptrend after this method elapses. On Thursday, it was very hard. Actually, it was very hard to enter into a trade. Even for me, I've been using the 714 method for a while now. And still on Thursday, it was very hard because there was news, right? There was news, and the fair value gap was pretty far. It was far from this trend right here, very far. There was a fair value gap somewhere down here, but it was very far. And we had these two nice supports here. So I was kind of confused as to where to enter into the trade. So normally, if I'm confused as to where to enter into a trade, I just wait for a change of character. If we are in a downtrend and I see something like this, we are in a downtrend and I see something like this, right? So if I see something like this, we cross this, I'm entering into the trade from here onwards. Simple as that. Frankly speaking, that was what happened because it was very hard for me to find an entry. I don't like entering into trades that I doubt, and I was doubting this, I was doubting that as well, right? So I had to wait, and I waited for the news, and after the news, it was just within some short period of time. Now, as you can see, that was the news candles, right? That was the news candles right here. That was the news candles. So I got into the trade around somewhere here, or was it the 3-minute time frame around somewhere here? If I can pull it up, let me see if I can pull it up. I got into a trade around somewhere here when the news got finished, right? So you could have also waited, then enter into the trade with this change of character right here. So this could have been your entry, right? So your entry could have been here around this level, or when this trend, when this candle closes, that's a fair value gap, then use it as your entry. So your entry could have been here, your stop loss just below this, then you enter around this, below this candle right here. So this could have been your entry with your TP here, your TP1 right here. So that was just how it is, a very simple trade. So this could have been your setup, then you double your TP2, right? So you double your TP2 and your TP2 could have been somewhere there. Simple as that. So this should have been your setup. Simple as that. So let's see what happened. So as you can see, price did actually move up and close above your TP1, securing you a very nice win. So let's see whether your TP2 could have been hit. So very simple, TP2 was also hit, right? So sometimes you just have to wait, especially if there's news above, if there's news after the 714 method, right? If there is news just immediately after it, just try your best and wait for a little while, because the spread is going to be huge. We could have used this right here, then move up, right? We could have used that, but because the spread is going to be wide, it will bring it all the way down to some places that it might hit your stop loss. So this was on Thursday. Let's look at Friday and see what happened. So as you can see, Friday was the easiest, was the very much easier trade that we got throughout the week. It was on Friday, right? So Friday we were in a very nice downtrend, right? A very nice downtrend during the 714 method. We were in a downtrend. But just after we were about to finish, or just after the trend was going to finish, or the period of the 714 method, that's the 1 hour was going to elapse, we ended up closing above this nice high right here. You get that? So we came all the way down, pushed a little bit higher, come back down, test this level again. You can see the first test, second, third. Then we push a little bit higher. So that was just it. So we had 3 tests right here. 1, 2. This was the 3rd test. Then we broke this structure right here. So simple as that. When the change of character happens, what do? You just follow the trade. That one, you don't even have to waste time. No, you don't have to waste time. Just enter into your trade and have your peace of mind. Put your stop loss here. Your entry, your first TP could be this high. This could be your first TP right here. Simple as that. Then you multiply, or you just double it. Simple as that. So your first TP here, if you double it, your second TP could be here. So with this trade, if you know it's a very simple yet small trade, you do what? You maximize the entry. You make sure that the entry is huge, or you could have also used this as your first TP as well. So simple as that. Let's see what happened. I told you guys on Friday was the easiest, right? Now you have to know that on Friday this support right here did not work. It actually moved all the way down. So your first TP could have been hit. If this was your second TP, it could have been hit. But if your second TP was up high, then by then you could have already pulled your stop loss towards break even, right? Because it actually came all the way down. There was a fair value gap right here. Then we hit that fair value gap, respected it very well. Then we entered into another trade and went up, right? So that was just it for the week. You guys should trade carefully, and whenever you don't understand the trade, just try your best and wait for a change of character. There's no trend that can move without a change of character. So when you don't understand the trade, just wait for it to give you a change of character, then you enter into the trade.